Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Ameya and we are discussing about Ultimaker Cura software, which is used to transfer your STL files to the ready to print for 3D printer. In previous video, what we talked about is we opened a file, we tried to do some move, rotate, scale options, how to handle those, how to get different views and the basic slicing. In this video, I will show you what are the basic things which we need to control while printing a normal model, and let's say in coming videos we will get into the details. So let us understand some basic things which you can control while printing a model. So one thing is location. Yes, by default it will be placed at a center. So right now I am not changing any orientation. I am just putting a print for this. So if I want to print this, I will just go to this right hand side print settings, and instead of custom I will just go to recommended. Okay, custom settings, and what I will do is I will just select a profile to be normal as for now, and we will be covering 2-3 parts. Okay, one, a simple thing is infill density. Okay, what is infill density? Infill density is basically it will make your part hollow from the inside so that it will save much more time, okay, while printing. Okay, so even though this model looks solid, while printing it will be printed hollow in the center, but you cannot print completely hollow model because it is layer by layer printing, so top layer will not be perfectly at location if you don't print the bottom layer. So what it will do is it will generate different infill density. So let's say I am doing a 20% right now. I will show you how that infill density looks like. Pattern will be grid as of now. We are not changing it. And with that, you can just change the speed maybe. Okay. Right now print speed is 50. I'm not changing right now. Let it be. Then you can add supports if it is required. Okay, let us select the support everywhere option. For now I'm not changing any sub options, I am just activating different things. And then you have something called build plate adhesion. I am sticking to Brim for now. Okay, and let us slice it right now with 20% density, with supports, with 50 speed, and with Brim option. Okay, and let's see how much time it is taking and how much material it will require. So it is taking 18 minutes and it will take 1.36 of the material. Now let us understand how this will get printed, and let us understand what are the different things. So whenever I go to preview, you can see there is an extra thing added at the sides. Okay, this is the base layer which is getting added. It is not for all the layers, it is just for the base. This is the first layer which is getting printed. Okay, this layer is called Brim. So the center part is actual model and these outside parts are the Brim. Now what Brim will do is Brim will provide extra support at the bottom so that your system your file will not topple while printing. Okay, so if you have a larger surface area at the bottom, you can avoid Brim. Okay, but if you have a small surface area at the bottom like this part, the area is very small, you can always add a Brim to get the extra support for your part to stick to the base. Okay, that is why Brim will be used. Then what about the density? So this is the infill density which is getting created. This is the 20% infill density with a grid pattern. So this is the inside of your part. I am at the middle of your layers. So this is inside of the part. From inside part will not be completely hollow, but most of the part will be hollow. So these structures will support my part, and the top layer will be created on those inside supports like this. Okay, and what about the support structures? Support structure, I have selected supports, so I will just show you the actual model and preview. Here there is something added. Okay, that is what your supports are. Now this base is easy to print, but at the top this part is red, that means this part cannot be generated without support. Okay, so here we also need to understand the color coding. At prepare level, you can always check for a red color. Wherever there is a red color, that part is called overhang, and it will be difficult to print that part. Okay, so whenever I say support, that support will get selected, and automatically supports will be added wherever required by the Cura. Okay, so here and here there are supports added. If I remove those supports, part will get printed, but there will be very much error at this whole location. It will not be perfectly looking like the same. Okay, so right now it is taking 18 minutes and 1.36 meters of material. Let us try to do some different things. Okay, instead of 20% infill, I want to increase that infill because I want to use this part as an actual model. So I will just increase it to say 40% infill. Then instead of normal, I will go with extra fine. So my layer height will be 0.1 mm. I am going with 40% of infill density. Let us print it little bit quicker. So 60, my printer can handle 60 mm per second of speed, and let us keep supports everywhere on, and let us keep Brim also for extra support, and let us slice it. So we are changing a speed and we are changing the infill density. Let's see how much time. So yeah, time is increased to 22 minutes and material is also increased for 1.82 meters. Now this material is increased because my infill density is increased. So let us check a preview. See, you can check the change in infill density here. Okay, yeah. So let us change the orientation now. Let's see how we can change the orientation and make some changes. I guess this will avoid the support of these holes because these holes are going to be used for, let's say, tightening a screw. I don't want this part to be messed up. Okay, so I want that to be perfect, but this part will generate a support. See, and let us see how much time and with support where it will generate a support. So I'm just slicing it for 40% and my time is increased, my material is also increased. So it will take 25 minutes to print and 2.18 of the material. So what is basically doing is it is adding supports to this overhang. So this whole beam at the center is basically overhang for me. So what it will do is it will try to construct a support structure from the bottom to the top part, and this will be the actual part, and at the end you will find this. The only advantage in this case is this hole is getting generated perfect. Okay, but with a cost of extra support and with a cost of extra material and time. Okay, so this is how you can just change the different orientations in your model and try to generate the optimum orientation where you can have fastest print with minimum support and minimum material. Okay, so that will be a task. Okay, unless and until you're happy with the orientation, don't go for the actual print. Okay, so yes, 3D printing is a time consuming job, but with a different orientation, with different settings, you will make sure that printing is perfectly optimal. Okay, we have not seen many of your settings. We have just seen the density, we have just seen the support, and we have just seen the Brim option as of now, and the speed of your printing. Okay, by default it is 50. If you are using Ultimaker Extended 2, you can go up to 60, 65 depending upon the quality of your printer. Okay, so let us meet in next video to understand various other advanced things which you can control in Ultimaker Cura software. Okay, if you like this content, do subscribe my channel, follow my channel, and do share a word about channel with your friends. Okay, thank you for joining.